So today we're going to be taking a look at 10 fragrances that in my opinion truly are worth the hype and the attention that they've gathered over the years. Pretty much all of these here have been hyped up to some extent, some more than others. And typically when that happens, you'll kind of want to take a step back and really kind of evaluate that. And you'll be thinking to yourself, okay, you know, this fragrance in particular is getting a ton of attention, a ton of talk. Is it actually worth it? Because there definitely is this pile-on effect for sure. I've seen it happen, and you know, you kind of get this validation when someone else likes a fragrance, then you try it, and then you kind of like it because a lot of other people like it. That's something that does go on, and it's something that does happen for sure. But these here, in my opinion, are truly worth all of that hype. We've got 2 niche, and the rest are going to be designers. I will link them all down below, and there's also the Fragrance Net 35% off link down there as well. Clicking that will automatically apply it, so that way you get the best deal. Let's just get right into it. So first up, we have Ferragamo Uomo. Now I'm super excited about this right here because you may have noticed this was getting featured a good amount on the channel and then it kind of stopped. And the reason why it stopped wasn't because I forgot about it or didn't like it anymore. It's because it wasn't really available on discounters. Now it was still available at retailers, but obviously at a retail price. And so I didn't feel comfortable continuing to feature this one if the only way you could get it was retail price, when at one point you could get it for, you know, a heavily discounted price. But for the time being, Fragrance Net actually got some testers of this one back in stock. Now it's not quite as cheap as it was. I believe it's at $48, but that does beat retail, and that's about as good as it's going to get for right now. So if you've been holding out, you've been wanting one of these, hit that first link down below. That link will automatically apply the 35% off for you, and you can pick one of these up. I would move on that because my guess is they're going to go pretty quick. I think a lot of people have been waiting for these to come back. Sweet notes, tonka bean, cardamom, and ambroxan. Kind of has this gourmand tiramisu smell. Picked this one up and sprayed it earlier, and I'm like, man, that is so good. It really does have this gourmand quality about it. This coffee, tiramisu, chocolatey smell, very sweet. The ambroxan gives it a little bit of a sparkle. The cardamom is kind of aiding to that type of coffee smell here, giving it a little bit of a spicy oriental smell. And of course the tonka bean aiding to that sweetness. This one here is divine. In my opinion, it is definitely worth having in your collection for the winter time if you do like sweet fragrances. If you don't like sweet fragrances, then I would stay clear from this one. It's a great performer, especially at the price. It's a great quality scent as well. Compliment factor is also high on this one. I'm a big fan of it, and I do think it is definitely worth the hype. Next up, we have a Versace fragrance here, one that admittedly isn't hyped up all that much anymore. Still popular, but not as much as it once was. But I do think that it did deserve that hype, and I think it still does, and that is Versace Man Eau Fraiche. So nowadays, people are kind of really gravitating towards Dylan Blue and I guess the Eros flankers, because they're releasing new Eros flankers, so that puts attention on it, and Dylan Blue automatically slots into the blue fragrance category, which is always going to be popular. So Eau Fraiche kind of gets overshadowed here. I would love to see some flankers in this line again. I'm not sure what else they would go. You know, when you take a look at the original Versace Man, it's discontinued. It's like a saffron tobacco scent. Eau Fraiche right here is completely different than that one. It would be cool to see a flanker off of this one in specific though, like an Eau Fraiche something else, basically. Yeah, that's a great idea, right? Versace's like, okay, we're on it, dude. But really, though, I would like to see this one brought back to life and refreshed in a way. It would just be cool. Starfruit, lemon, musk, and cedar are some of the notes. And I don't know, maybe I'm just partial. If you have been around on the channel, you would know what this is. This was one of the first fragrances that I got in my entire collection. If it wasn't for this behind me would probably not be here, and this channel probably wouldn't be here. Next up, a fragrance that was discontinued or something, but yet now it's still in stock on discounters. It was out of stock and now it's back. It's been back for a while. It's L'Homme Ultime. So you guys probably remember this saga, right? You know, got discontinued just as it was really getting a lot of hype. Like at the peak of its hype, everyone's talking about L'Homme Ultime, and then boom, it was shot down. It was out of stock, prices were skyrocketing, but now you can get 2-ounce bottles on discounters for like $60. So a fair price, fair enough at least. Ginger, rose, cedarwood. I believe there's a lavender in here. This is fantastic. I mean, 1000% worth the hype here, because it is a unique men's fragrance. That's what it's all about, man. It's a nice, masculine, fresh rose, so don't be put off by that note. Don't be scared. It's not feminine by any means. Very clean, very fresh. It is cool that we can get this one again. Definitely worth picking up. It's worth your attention. If you want a classy, refined, masculine scent that will have you standing apart from everyone else, check out L'Homme Ultime. Next up, we have Artisan Pure by John Varvatos. So this one also had its shine, its moment in the spotlight, and then out of stock, gone everywhere. Retailers, discounters, you just couldn't buy it anymore. And it was super frustrating for a lot of people, right? It's getting hyped up and then boom, you can't buy it. And it was like that for a while. I specifically remember this. I'm like, okay, what is going on here? Now it is finally, in stock. There's good amounts of it. It's at kind of the normal price, mid-50s, which is not as affordable as John Varvatos fragrances used to be. The prices on all of them are going up, but still, it's not terrible. I do think it is still worth it at that price. I would pay retail price of $80 for this stuff. That's how good I think it is. It's got orange, clementine, petitgrain. I've talked about it before, but it is so photorealistic. It actually smells like you're crushing up neroli leaves with your hands, and that's the smell, right? So photorealistic. It's hard to believe, honestly, especially at this price point from a designer brand. It smells like you got some neroli leaves and some other herbs sitting on a table right in front of you and you're mashing them up and smelling it. That's how realistic it is. Nice bright orange, a little bit of a creamy orange in here as well. The clementine is kind of sour. This is a spring and summertime gem. And of course, definitely worth the hype in my opinion. Another summer fragrance here. Don't worry, we do have some winter ones coming up as well. This is Y Eau Fraiche by Yves Saint Laurent. Lemon, ginger, geranium, and mint are a few of the main notes. This one I am also a huge fan of as I launched the cap. That's all good, we got it. Huge fan of this one as well. So, this one has kind of a tough time, mainly because it is overshadowed by Y Eau de Parfum, basically, and now will be overshadowed by Y Parfum, which the two of those are just all-star fragrances. So this one really does struggle to get some spotlight, to get some attention, because everyone is gravitating towards the EDP, and now will be gravitating towards the Parfum, especially once it is available on discounters. But I encourage you to give this one a shot. Actually, at the time of this as well, Macy's has this one on sale. $59 for 100 mil, right? On discounters, it's going for like $9,800 for 100 mil. Their sale only is going to run for like one more day. That will be linked down below as well. I would jump on that. It's aromatic, it's green, it's fresh, it's citrusy, it's very minty from the geranium and of course the mint. It is so refreshing. This is one of those fragrances that if it's 100 degrees outside, super humid, just sticky, muggy, and hot, this is the type of thing that you would spray on and just feel amazing. It's so cooling, it has this kind of relaxing, just fun summertime smell about it. It does get a little bit of hype, although this one not as much as others. So this is one where I think it deserves more hype. Give this one a shot. Y EDP, Y Parfum, they're fantastic. I love them, but also give this one some attention. So here's a winter fragrance up next. We have Stronger With You Intensely by Emporio Armani. Vanilla, toffee, and cinnamon. So I think that Stronger With You absolutely is probably the best flanker. However, that is ridiculously impossible to get. I don't know what's going on with that one either. It's the strangest thing ever. It was released not even last year, the year before, right? And then nowhere to be found. Or maybe it was last year. Honestly, I can't remember. I think it was early last year. But it's so weird, right? It's just you could not get it. eBay, nothing. None of the retailers, none of the discounters. Everywhere sold out. I don't know why. And now they're releasing Stronger With You For You, or the new one for men, whatever it's called. I can't even remember that either. And we can't even get the flanker before that one. So really strange, but in the meantime, Intensely is one that did catch hype, and I do think it is worth it. I like that toffee note. It has a little bit of a gourmand quality, a whole bunch of vanilla in here. Very sweet, very juvenile, very playful, but fun and sexy. Very nice one here. Got a niche fragrance up next from Roja Parfums. This one is Elysium, the Parfum Cologne. Grapefruit, vetiver, blackcurrant, and ambergris are a few of the main notes. So you're probably like, wait, weren't you one of the people that hyped this up? And yeah, actually, I was. And so obviously, I think it's worth it, right? But seriously, it's not just me. This one is very, very special. to me. It's one of my first like super high-end niche fragrances aside from Creed. And of course with Creed you can think what you want about how prestigious they are. For me, Elysium was kind of, you know, a leap into a huge, very expensive niche brand here. And I did purchase my first bottle on my own. It was not sent to me for free. So I've been a Roja customer for a while, and this one I've made so many great memories with. It's one of my girlfriend's absolute favorites. She loves this stuff on me, always has. And it's just special to me, man. It's so wearable, so fresh. It always makes me feel on top of the world when I wear this one. And it may just seem and look like another blue fragrance on paper, but trust me, when you get your nose on this one, you understand what it's all about. It's hard to get this one discounted. Discounters usually don't have it. If they do, sometimes it's over retail price. So retail's $290. Sometimes it'll be at $300 or more, which is, just don't do that, right? Doesn't make any sense. So if you do want a chance at getting this one for a discount, really the best way is to go to Twisted Lily and use my code CHAOS10 to get 10% off. So you'll be able to save, $29 off of a bottle of this, which is great. Really, that's about your only way. And that code does work site-wide, always active, CHAOS10, 10% off. Make sure you use it. Starting to run down to the end, we have Bvlgari Aqua Marine. Watery notes, seaweed, and lemon are a few of the main notes. I'm a huge fan of aquatics. Also, if you guys have been around on the channel, you would know that. That's kind of what I was really focused on when I was first starting out, just because they're so easy to like, right? So wearable. I love summer fragrances. And this is one that was catching a good amount of hype. Cool looking bottle. The coloration is fantastic. Marketing is great behind all of these aqua fragrances. And the smell also, to go along with that, is really nice. Now, it does have a photorealistic seaweed note here. May not be for everyone, although it is toned down in this one compared to the original Aqua. You get the lemon, you get the aquatic notes. Smells great. It's a little bit salty, seaweedy. Smells like the ocean air. Really, really well done stuff. And also that one's not a whole lot of money either. Typically $40, $45, $50 on discounters. Second to last fragrance, we have one from the brand of Chanel. This one is Edition Blanche. So, man, this is good. This one took a while for me. I will admit, it was not a love, like a super, super love at first sniff. But now, I mean, this is, holy crap. It's got lemon, it's got vanilla, it has sandalwood. It smells like lemon meringue pie in the best way possible. That lemon is right up front, so zesty, so punchy. You get this immediate sweetness and creaminess and woodiness following after. Absolutely gorgeous, breathtaking. Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't dislike this one when I first got it. I already had Allure Homme Sport, Allure Homme Sport Extreme, you know, just kind of all of the main ones from this line, Allure Homme Sport Cologne. And so this was one of the last Allure Hommes I got, and I just felt like, you know, I liked Extreme more. But I don't know, it just, the magic didn't quite resonate with me right away until actually relatively recently, like over this summer. I was just kind of, man, I'm wasting sprays here, but I just can't help it. I was playing around with this one, smelling it, and, you know, I sprayed it after not smelling it for a while, and I'm like, whoa, like what have I been missing out on? So if you're in the same boat, let this one marinate for you a little bit. Come back to it at some point in the future and you may fall in love with it like I did. Last up, we have the final niche fragrance in this video. It is from Creed, so they did make a cameo here. Again, very, very easy to get into these Creeds. Not in terms of price, they're still not cheap, but in terms of likability, wearability, usability, compliment factor, all of that stuff is very approachable for a new niche collector. And so, you know, they're all great, really. But this one that was hyped up and I do think is worth it. And no, it's not a Ventus or Green Irish Tweed. Those are obvious ones. This one is actually Virgin Island water. So, you know, when you take a look at something like, you know, a Ventus Green Irish Tweed, right? Those are always going to be put in here, right? It makes sense. But Virgin Island water is that summer fragrance that is just so different, right? It's got coconut, it has rum, it's got lime, it's got sugar. It smells like you're sipping cocktails on the frickin' beach, man. That doesn't get any more tropical than this one. I will go ahead. It's actually been a while since I sprayed it. Whoa, holy crap. I mean, this is just absurd, man. That rum, that sugar, that coconut. Smells like a mixed drink. Sweetness, the lime on top. Got some on my hand. It's just, I mean, it hits you like crazy. That was not an exaggerated reaction there. It's been a while since I've sprayed this one. It's just incredible. It's so realistic and it is so tropical. I kind of regret spraying this because now I've got summer on my mind. sipping drinks out in the warm weather, and it's currently snowing outside, 20 degrees, so that sucks. Worth the price, worth the hype, so nice and boozy and sexy and realistic. I mean, it smells freaking beautiful. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for me. That is 10 fragrances that in my opinion truly are worth the hype. These are all special and unique and different in their own way. Let me know down below what are some of these that you would put in here instead. Also, let me know if you take advantage of this deal here, the Uomo. Seriously, move on this quick. It will be the first link down below. Super easy for you. It's going to go back out of stock, and it's going to be back to paying retail prices. And also let me know if you take advantage of this deal, which I also highly recommend. $59 for 100 mil. On discounters, it's going for $100 for 100 mil. Highly encourage you to check this one out too. So if you pick up either of these deals or both, drop it down in the comments. Let me know, and I'll be here with you. You know, maybe if you start getting in trouble by your wife or significant other, you know, I'll be here to support you. That's gonna do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care. Take care. Let's waste some more sprays.